What's up, guys? Want to do a video today talking about a firearm of mine. It's one of my favorite firearms I own. It's also probably one of my most inexpensive firearms I own, and it's a firearm that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and I think if more people knew about it, people might be interested in it and look to purchase them more often. So let me just grab it. So growing up in the 80s, I'm a big fan of Tech 9s, Mac 10s, all those old thug type guns. So this is my Mac 10 clone. Let me get out of there. This is a Masterpiece Arms. It is a 30 SST model. You can see I have a Vortex Razor red dot sitting on top of it. So one of the reasons why I love this gun, like I said, this is a I think I paid $500 for it, brand spanking new. So it's, like I said, it's a basically considered a pistol. It's a 9mm. They also chamber them in. You can get them in 45. You can get them in actually 5.7. They make a couple of different variants of it. They make it with the straight handle. They also make them the newer versions, the DMG versions. You could actually still get them both ways, but they also come where they accept Glock magazines. I personally prefer the older classic style where it's a straight up and down. You can get them in 30 round, or this is a 33 round magazine. Old school clip out the back. You can get a 10 round magazine, so it's flush. You can shoot it like a regular pistol. Funny thing is about these magazines is these 10 round magazines, Masterpiece Arms custom makes them and they cut them down. I guess so it's California compliant. If these guns are California compliant, I'm not even sure about that. But yeah, so these magazines are like 40 something dollars for these magazines, whereas these magazines, the 33 rounders, are like $30. I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that's what they go for. So this one is the newer style. It's an aluminum body. It's fairly light. I know there's a lot of you people out there will look at it and say, well, what's the point of it? You can buy a Glock 7, excuse me, a Glock 17 that you can get a 30 round magazine on it. It's not the same. So sorry. Let me grab it. Another magazine that's empty. Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. Well, I have been for about a month now. So you can see it comes out like that, blah, 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 with all the bells and whistles. So I will say one thing about this gun. The only downside I've had to this gun so far, it has a lot of trigger slap. So I shoot gloved. It doesn't bother me too much. Masterpiece Arms remedy to this was to put a little trigger condom, if you can see it, over the trigger. That really doesn't do much at all, if anything. But the idea is not, I know it's considered a pistol, and as a practical pistol, it's horrible. It's not the gun you want to buy. But if you're looking for like a pistol caliber carbine, but not really a carbine, a braced pistol. So I took their Masterpiece Arms folding stock, cut it, and then Custom Smith Manufacturing, they sell a little adapter right there where you can get this arm brace, which is a tail hook. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of the tail hook. Right there, folds down. So ideally this is how you shoot it. But of course with the new ATF laws, you can shoulder the weapon, and it doesn't change the class of the weapon, because of course it's not your intention to shoot it or buy it as a stock, but it works just the same if you need to. You can literally, you can shoulder it, you can chest it. It's a beast. So what I did with mine is I put a tri-lug adapter on it, because it comes with a threaded barrel, 1/2x28 standard 9mm suppressors. If you live in a state that you can purchase suppressors, I would highly recommend grabbing one of these and getting a 9mm suppressor for it. These things are absolutely top notch for what they are. So when you talk about breakdown, let me just move this camera a little bit. It's way high up there. let's put it on the hood, or trunk rather. There we go. So when you talk about breakdown, ease of maintenance, it's just like very similar to an AR. You got two little pins right here. Pull out one side. I haven't used this in a while, so it's a little stiff. The other side, so you got your pins right there. This whole thing will come right out. There's your hammer. That's it. That's the whole gun. Very simple trigger mechanism. What I usually do, what I love doing is I use Remington wipes, the Rem wipes, and you just take the wipes and you just wipe the whole thing down. It lubricates it, it cleans it at the same time. When you're done, stick it right back in. Now, if I remember right, like I said, it's been quite a while since I used this firearm, but stick it right back in. Put your two pins back in. Bam, your takedown's complete. Gun is ready to rock again. Wait, did I do something wrong? Uh-oh. Alright, so like I said, I haven't shot this in a while, so I did do something wrong. When you're putting the receiver back together, you do have to pull the hammer back, slide it in, then you put your pins back in. I'm not even going to edit that out. And it's ready to rock. So this is the 30 SST. It's the side cocker model. They sell them in a top cocker version that's probably about $100 cheaper. But what I didn't like about the top cocker version, even though it's more like a classic Mac 10, you can't put a sight on it. It just has like the old school metal weld-on sights that just kind of suck. So I preferred it this way. Yeah, the MPA 30 SST. This is like I said, one of my favorite guns. Let me see if I can pop off a round or two. AAC Tyrant 9mm. Pops right in with the 3-lug. And that's it. Masterpiece Arms 30 SST. My favorite bad boy out there. I think this whole gun, not including the suppressor, I think I'm into it for about $650. Compare that to like a B&T GHM9 or something similar to that effect. It is a badass weapon. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Just wanted to add a quick note to that video. So talking about that gun and the cost and everything, so you go to gun shows, you can actually pick those guns up. I was talking about the cost of them. I've seen them at gun shows secondhand used for $350. So now you're talking, you know, that same 9mm PDW that you got out there that you can brace for, you'd be looking at like $500 complete. So that's pretty insane to me, for the quality that you get. Like I said, it's not it's not, you know, I have a B&T GHM9, I have a B&T APC. The quality of those guns, they're like, it's like having a Rolex watch with those things, but you're also talking $2,000 for the weapon. Whereas this gun, like I said, you can pick one up used for like $500 complete with the tail hook, with the folding brace, everything. So just think about that when you I'm someone, I have a lot of pistols, but I absolutely love my sub guns. Some guns are probably my favorite type of weapon out there. but literally $500 and you're done. I can't even describe how much fun it is shooting that gun. I probably had, so just to add a little bit about the customer service for Masterpiece Arms, when I first got the gun, I had some trouble. I would go to the range. I couldn't get through a whole magazine without a jam in it. Stove piping. Couldn't figure out what the issues were. Changed ammo. Did everything I possibly could. Turned out it was an issue with the magazines. So I took all my magazines, called up Masterpiece Arms, told them what the issue was I was having, sent them the gun back. They sent the gun back to me. They said the gun is flawless. Next step was the magazines. I sent the magazines back to them. They had an issue with the magazines. They replaced every single one of my magazines, and it's been flawless ever since. I probably have 2,000 rounds since I've replaced the magazine, and I have not had one failure to fire. I've shot all kinds of ammo. I've never shot steel casing through it. I don't shoot steel casing through any one of my guns, but I've shot cheap ammo. I've shot expensive ammo. Most of what I shoot is Winchester white box. That's nothing special. It's dirty ammo, and it freaking eats everything without an issue. What you just heard me shooting, that was standard 115 grain. I've shot 124 grain. It's a little bit quieter. I've shot Hush 165 grain ammo through it, and I swear, like, you hear the gun cycling with the Tyrant on it over the blast. You literally, like, you put some Hush ammo in there, and it's almost like shooting a suppressed 22. It's so freaking quiet at that point. Masterpiece Arms, their customer service was phenomenal. I couldn't, I know that's not their bread and butter. They do a lot of precision rifles that they sell. They have a killer $3,000 bolt action that I'm really looking to get my hands on. But yeah, I can't say enough about Masterpiece Arms. I sent them an email. At first, I didn't get an email back, so I made a phone call to them and spoke to one of the girls at the front office, left them a message. The actual owner of the company called me back himself. I explained to him the problems, and then got off the phone with him. Next thing I know, I'm getting copied on an email that he sent to his tech department, told them take care of me, whatever I needed, and it's phenomenal. I don't think I've ever dealt with a firearm company that had a better customer service than that. Once the top guy knew about it, he was like just all over it. I have no problems ever dealing with Masterpiece Arms again. It wouldn't even be a question. I'm still probably going to buy one of their Glock versions of it because I have, I don't know, 40 Glock 17 magazines that'll work in it. I would also love to get their 5.7 version of it, but I try to fight between spending money on guns and spending money on my car. So yeah, I have to try and keep a balance. But yeah, Masterpiece Arms 30 SST. Look into it, guys. If you're looking for a fun firearm and you want something of that type of weapon, it's definitely worth looking into. Have a great day, guys.